Hello everybody, happy Monday, and happy final week before my winter break. So yeah, welcome back to I Am Setsuna. This is session 3, I think we're on. So last time we had to fight a monster that was a child. It's fine, trademark, it's fine. And it seems that we're going to get a new party member, which is basically Beatrix and Freya combined into one character. So automatically badass. So yeah, let's proceed, shall we? Allow me to formally welcome you to Roybird, the village of knights. As for our next move, Julianne, I've been waiting for you. What are you doing here, Lilas? What am I doing here? I wanted to help you. Help me, you say? That shall not be necessary. But you asked me to. You asked me to help you. Do you not remember? I asked you to help me? What nonsense. If I allow myself to be deceived by your falsehoods, I shall be unable to take the lead of the knighthood. Falsehoods? What are you talking about? Julianne, why did you change? What happened to you on that day? Wow, got fucking backhanded. Ag! Away with you! It's unfortunate you had to witness that. A mere difference of opinion, of course. I mean, you don't backhand somebody and knock them like 12 feet across the field for... Never mind. That's a pretty extreme way of getting your opinion across. It is unavoidable, lest I set a precedent for others. Anyway, it is of no importance. No importance? I shall arrange for a guide to lead you across the Floberg waters. In the meantime, rest yourselves here. Sure, make us feel welcome. Yes, of course, very well. I have a banquet prepared immediately. What did you say that for, dear? What did I say wrong? I mean, I guess we are in a hurry, technically, but... Oh well, I'm gonna take a look around the village. Sorry, Eterna. Let's just take the opportunity to rest up and recover our health. Yeah, this is the first time we've had the chance to take it easy. Anyway, I'm kinda excited to be in a new village. Gonna have a look around. Sit down. Huh? Oh, sorry. You don't usually say things like that, so you took me by surprise then, dear. I can't stop thinking about that boy from the cave. I must stop though. I don't have any regrets. It'll do us good to be around some cheerful people. Let's talk to the villagers. Maybe we'll find some useful information, right? Come on, let's go. Are you okay? Julianne. I guess not. So we are going to collect a few recipes, because we can. Oh hey, blacksmith. Oh gee, glad to see you got back from the cave safely. I see I didn't end up being monster, so I continue with my research. Thank you so much. I love looking into ancient texts and records, you see. Before I got home with a book in my hand and a blade. Something like TV called me Professor Papyrus and stupid names like that. Oh well, doesn't bother me. Papyrus, what are you doing in this game? The descendants of the ancient kingdom, so I understand they have their pride. The ancient kingdom? I fell long ago, but it's the only kingdom to ever rule over this whole island. There's a far higher level of civilization, and many remnants of it still survive. Looking through various old texts, I've ascertained the location of the ancient kingdom. Those what are known as the Last Lands. So there's once a kingdom where the Last Lands are. Never actually been there. It's definitely possible for some traces of the ancient castle may remain. One day I'd like to go and see for myself. Okay. I went to the wrong house, didn't I? That's northwest. Yeah, I went to the wrong area. Oh, nice. We did get them. So got some horse oak casserole. That's hard to say. Although horse oak casserole does actually sound good. And we get some tomato juice, because I don't know why. I guess because... I think I'm wrong, tomato juice does actually sound nice. Alright, let's give you the recipes. Okay. Oh. That's actually pretty good evasion rate. And basically... yeah. Pretty good. I definitely thought I saw... the thing there. Just realized can I not sell here? Oops. Oops. Let's get a new weapon. So we did that. I need to figure out where the guys sell things at. So I definitely thought he'd be about here. Yeah, yo, Quinn. Thank you for the host. Hey, how are you? I try my best. I try my best. And it seems to be the right time of year because there's a lot of snow in this game, so I picked a very good time to play it. I'm a lark and play Witcher. Ooh, Witcher. Yeah, I need to play the Witcher series. I've never played them before. They're on the list. Unfortunately, my list of games and backlog is like longer than a piece of string, so it'll be there at some point, maybe. At some point, potentially, someday I'll play them. So you're the heroes who saved our village. Witcher 3 is amazing. I have heard good things about Witcher 3. Also on sale. Oh no, I can't, Quinn. It's coming up to Christmas, I can't spend a lot of money. Hey, Kaylee. Oh, Quinn, you wanna make me blush? But thank you. Hey, Kaylee. Hopefully you're doing okay. I was actually gonna say, if you didn't see my announcement on Discord, Wednesday stream is slightly up in the air because I'm getting my booster jab tomorrow. So I'll see how I feel between tomorrow and Wednesday. I'm going to not obviously take any risks, but I booked my booster jab over the weekend. You saw? Okay, awesome, Kaylee. Yeah, but just for anyone else that's here, so just a weird thing that's happening. Because why not? Might as well get my booster jab. Because I actually thought I had to wait 6 months between your second and third jab, but apparently it's now 3 months. So that's good. Because if it was 6 months, I would have had to have waited until January to get boosted. But I apparently can get boosted now, so I'm getting it now. Anyway, I am Lily Julian's second in command, Cornelius. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Oh, hi. And there, something wrong? Yeah, I know you. Well, is that you say? My visage is an unremarkable one. No different than a $1,000 bed, I'm sure. Oh ho ho. Anyway, allow me to thank you for saving the people of our village. Thank you. I am very grateful. Once again, I must ask that your lips remain tightly sealed in regards to your mission. Most especially in front of Her Highness. Do we have an understanding? Who are you? Yes, exactly. Very good. We shall soon depart. Make preparations immediately. Your Highness, depart? But for where? We must ensure that nothing like this can ever happen again during our absence. Mobilize the knights and have them eliminate all nearby monsters. As you wish. I shall have the knights prepare for departure. That's good? I think? It doesn't sound good. Setsuna doesn't seem happy about it. What's wrong? Did you say something to you? Want me to give her a piece of my mind? Nadir, she would kick your ass. I hate you point that out, but she would. How do I give her a blast of my magic instead? Kier, she would annihilate you. Be quiet, both of you. What's the matter? She says she's going to have the knights eliminate all the nearby monsters. If they do that, that little boy will... Please, Setsuna, try and forget about that boy. Yeah, so last time we fought a monster that turned into a child. And it's sort of weighing heavily on Setsuna. You have an important duty to fulfill, remember? Yes, I know. Hey. I agree with Setsuna. I want to help him. Kier. I mean, it's just like us rarebroods, right? It's not quite human and not quite a monster. But he feels all alone in the world. If I could just talk to him like Setsuna did, I think we could become friends. Arg, not you too, Kier. We're gonna help him then. Fine. Let's do it. I'm for it. Thank you, Endir. How unlike you, Endir. Oh well. This is Setsuna's journey. We've got to respect her wishes, right? Setsuna definitely is like Colette / Yuna. For, you know? Definitely like with connections with Colette from Tales of, but a little bit of Yuna vibes as well. Thank you, Nadir. I don't thank you, me. I don't want you to have any regrets when this journey is over. Alright, it's still then. Come on, we need to hurry. Thank you, everyone. So we'll find out little monsters before the night's day and help them escape. Have I got that right? Yes, please. Let me sort my party out, because that's not the party I want. Everyone here seems to have a lot of confidence in the knighthood. My Princess Julienne in particular. I don't know what on earth they see in her. Yeah, you missed that she literally backhanded somebody. It's literally like a backhand that sent somebody like about 12 feet. It's kind of hilarious actually to see it. Oh, the Magic Consortium is on the small bridge island across the south. Okay, well let's do that then. Because I was like, where's the person to sell things? I need to sell things to get more money to buy better weapons. Oh man. So partner's here? Oh, there you are. Yay, sell. Materials. We got a lot. We got a lot. We got a lot. Okay, we got a lot. We have now 30k. That is a lot. We like from fighting a lot of things. I did do a little bit of grinding, but we got a lot from like the other enemies. We can now buy all the weapons, which is good. Because weapons be important. Then we maybe be able to get some more Spirit Knight for more commands. Because the guide recommends Oblivion for Eterna. I don't know if I can get that now, but we'll see if I can. Ooh, Radiance. Critical blast that causes special damage to all enemies near the target. That's pretty good. Now let's get... Oh, Cure 2. We can get Cure 2. Oh, I can't get it. Oh, he has the Broken Pocket Watch. We have one, but we don't have the other. Good luck trying to find that in the thing. As a monster drop. Nope. I don't know what it would be under. Maybe it might be under the things. What was it I was looking for again? Well, for now I can just obtain whatever I can obtain. Definitely want Cure 2 anyway, before anything else. Spire. Stop. Stop sounds good. Diffuse. Ooh. All ally item. Nice. We have Drain. We have Fire 2. Okay. So We are looking for... we are looking for, Broken Pocket Watch. So I might need to look up where to get that, or what drops it. Because apparently it's actually one of it. Oblivion is a really good tech to get, so I might want to try and get that. So we have that, we've done that. It's Broken Pocket Watch, wasn't it? No, drop. So we need to go back to Black Realm Cave. Like kill on Walumpa, Balumpa, and Galumpa. Oh yes, those. Okay, well I know how to get that. So it's the, is it the sea creatures? Yeah, these guys. Yeah, like kill on that. Ah, right, so it's like kill on that. Right, okay. At least I know. Save. But yeah, hopefully everybody's doing good. I had a pretty good weekend. Relatively quiet. Humans! That's a mood. Hey, don't be scared, it's me. You're that girl from before. That's right, I'm glad you remembered me. Glad I got to see you again one last time. I'm gonna go kill that woman before she comes to kill me. No, you mustn't do that. You mustn't kill anyone. You're a gentle boy. I know you are. But Mama's gone. I'm scared. What am I supposed to do? Live. You need to leave here and live on. What good will that do? Well, you met me, right? If you keep on living, you're sure to meet other people too. That's how lives become linked to one another. Wow, I didn't expect philosophical this time, but sure. I don't get it. One day you will. All you need to do is keep living. Alright, I'll try. I'll try living, like you say. Feels like I can trust you. But why are you being so kind to me? I'm on a journey to try and make sure there's a future for everyone. I want that future to include you. Thank you. Alright, I'll do my best. It's a promise. Yeah, it's a promise. Alright, I promise. This is probably not going to go well. Goodbye. I hope he'll be alright. He'll be fine. Glad to hear you say that. I think so too. I believe in him, in his future. I don't think it's changed no matter how long that might take. This land, this way of life, the relationship between humans and monsters. Come on, let's go back. If we're hanging around here too long, Julianne got suspicious, right? Don't worry about her, we'll blast my magic, she'll be sorry she ever messed with us. Care, again, she would wreck your house. I'm sorry, she would. Yes, yes, alright. Do I hear my name? What are you doing here? Training? Yet you stand around talking cordially. What lacks training? Bah, mind your own business. Anyway. Get back to the village. My people are about to hold a banquet in your honor. Hope you shall accept our gratitude. We'll be happy to. I heard the mass mercenaries favoured solitude and avoided contact with others. We are remarkably socially disposed, it would seem. Unless, of course, you insinuate something else entirely. You're imagining things. It's just easy to get paranoid when you're head of a knighthood. Come on, let's go! Whoa! Stab. Damn, she took that thing out in one clean hit. Guess she had the old talk after all. What did she say again? One blast of your magic and she'ds. Oh, Kier, I'm sorry, mate. You wouldn't have a hope in hell. Oh, hi. Alright, better protect yourselves. Setsuna. Are you trying to get eaten? He's right, Setsuna. Not all monsters are harmless like that boy. You need to accept that some of them can be reasoned with and some of them can't. Yes, I know. I'm sorry for worrying you. Because I was about to say, if, you know, if you're gonna stand there, you're probably gonna get eaten. Oh, you're back. Are you unharmed? I must say, I'm impressed with your prowess in battle. You make fine recruits for the knighthood. Yeah, not interested. I see. How unfortunate. Very well, I shall return to the village ahead of you. Try not to be too tardy. Arg! What's with her? Come on, let's go. There's gonna be a banquet, right? Yeah, but I am back here for a reason. I don't know if I can get those monsters here. Well, at least I know that it's light kill that kills that I get the broken timepiece from them. Bye. Yeah, no, my weekend was pretty chill, Keely. As I said, I booked the booster thing, and yeah, that's pretty much all I did. Was that and a lot of chores. Did a lot of chores around the house, which was good. Met up with family for getting Christmas presents and stuff. So those are got now. So yeah, got my Christmas presents, and that's pretty much gonna be chill out. Really, I got my groceries as well over the weekend, which is good. I was lucky to get a delivery slot for my groceries, because obviously getting that at this, you know, this time of year is always mad. Always mad. But we did it. We did the thing, and that's the most important thing. Is that everything that I needed to get was gone. Which, you know, is good. So yeah, that was pretty much all that happened this weekend. Just a lot of meetups with family for Christmas and stuff. Which is always good, you know. Most of my family are always pretty busy because they all have like full-time jobs or stuff, or they're all far away, so it's kind of like I rarely get to see them as often as I used to. But that's fine, that's just the way it is. So yeah, it's always good seeing them. So it is. Oh, it's nighttime. Hey look, there's a big fire over there. They must be getting our banquet ready. We can't help fighting the monsters. Yes, I know, I understand that. I know it's not that easy. If everything could be solved by talking things through, then the sacrificial pilgrimage wouldn't have gone on this long. But still, I believe you can change things on this journey. We're not really going to go to the banquet, are we? Let's look for a guide. You're right, we need to find someone to take us across the ice and get out of here. Wait, so we're not going to the banquet after all? No, please, go ahead, take your time. You're scaring me, Eterna. Come on, I was only kidding. Let's all go and look. We must be able to find someone who can get us across Flowberg waters. You and Marshall made Christmas cards for grandparents went to, like, last few Christmas gifts, I'll need to wrap them. Ah, yeah. See, I didn't even bother with wrapping. I just gave them as they were. Because as you know, I'm bad at wrapping. Huh? What are you doing? A knight must never turn back to this monster, no matter the circumstances. You must remember this always. Unless our hearts are one, our kingdom shall never be restored. Yet despite this, in our last battle against the monsters, these two young knights attempted to turn tail and flee. Not only is this unbefitting conduct for a knight, but it is an impediment to our kingdom's restoration. Thus, in the glorious and honourable name of our kingdom, I, Julian, hereby sentence these two men to death. Well, please wait, we didn't try to turn tail. We didn't try to turn our backs to the monsters to aid a child who had failed to escape. Silence, enough of your feeble excuses. Why, Lady Julian? Before you would command us to always prioritise human life over combat. So why? Why do you now lust for violence so? Do you take pleasure in doing battle with the monsters? Not only blind to your feelings, but you must attempt to turn the blame onto me. Despicable, simply inexcusable. Whoa, come on. Is this your idea of a banquet, lady? This is crazy. It's the heroes who saved our village. Is something wrong? Nice end there. Only you would have the courage to completely ignore the men like that. Ah yes, wait there for a moment. The people of the village look up to you so much, why are you doing this? What? Why are you trying to kill the very people you're supposed to be protecting? You must protect the lives of who create the future. Huh. You're to let me the preciousness of life, are you? You travellers, judging by both your performance in battle and the tone you now take. It appears you're not in fact mere travellers at all. What noble cause is this journey of yours in need of, praise tell? The future of this land and everyone in it. That's what it's in aid of. The future of this land and lives of everyone in it. I see. I had my suspicions. Right, it's certain. You're a sacrifice and her party, are you not? Oh snap. Be gone. Ugh! Ow! Here! Why? Why is the sacrifice alive? Well, this isn't good. Lady Julia, please control yourself. Quickly, carry Her Highness inside at once. Kier, you alright? You're not injured, are you? I'll go for Gah. I'll never make it. We got that much energy. I think you'll be fine. Hey, right at the last moment I used my magical energy to soften the blow, you know? Uh-huh. Any regular person would have been lucky to get away with their life. Anyway, what the hell happened to Juliet just now? That's an excellent question. Forget about her. We're gonna leave here. Let's just do it now. We do still need someone to steer us across Flowberg waters, though. I'll take another look around just in case. Well. Talk to you, I guess. You got slapped earlier. Yes? What is it? Me? But right now I cannot possibly... You're that guy Juliet knocked out cold, aren't you? Yes, that's me. Would you please tell us a little bit about Julianne? Get the feeling she isn't her normal self right now. So you can tell. Where should I begin? When I first got here, you argued with Julianne, right? What was that about? What's your relationship with her? We are friends. Childhood friends. To her, and nothing more than that. And you notice Julianne has changed, though. You said that she changed since that day, didn't you? What is it that happened to Julianne? Julianne was out slaying monsters and ended up stranded. Stranded? Word reached the village that she and her companions had been caught up in the avalanche. Sorry, someone's at my door. I'll be right back. Okay, never mind. It's sorted. Yeah, the Christmas cards look great. Hi, Marshall. Julianne should have been alright. But she went back for a lone knight who failed to get away in time. There was a fierce blizzard, and eventually we all gave up. We gave up all hope that she could have survived. But then one day, a month or so later, Julianne returned to the village, alone. Most people rejoiced and called it a miracle, but some were puzzled. Thinking about it logically, survival should have been impossible. All I know is ever since that day, Julianne has changed. Sometimes she is so cruel and ruthless I cannot even believe it is her. Whatever she does for the sake of the people. At least that is what I thought. So what do you mean about Julianne asking for help? You like doing footprint and making them... Or you like doing your footprints and making them into reindeer. Julianne came to me with a request. I can actually picture Marshall doing that. I bloody did. She said if you only ever turn her blade against an innocent person, if that ever happened, then she wanted me to lock her away, somewhere far away from anyone. Lock her away? That's a pretty odd thing to ask someone to do, ain't it? Something is happening to Julianne. That's alright, so I talked over with the man from the Magic Consortium here in our village. He said it would be possible to return her to her old self, but to do so I need a certain medicine. So, buy it for her. He will not sell it to me. He says it only gives to me in exchange for Spritlight stones carved by a certain monster. Defeat the monster then. I'm not strong like you. Please, help Julianne, I beg of you. We'd love to help you, kid, but, you know. Alright, we do it. What? Come on. But we too have a condition. A condition? If we get the medicine in exchange for the Sprint Knight, you'll help us get across the Flowberg waters. How about that? Huh? Really? All I need to do is help you across? Better keep your word. Of course, I promise. You think he's really up to it? Sigh. Thank you. Come, let's talk to the person with the magic consortium and find out the details. Okay, I guess we'll do that. I can actually picture you, Marshall, doing that. Not just child, or Keely's child, Marshall, but actual you, Marshall, doing that. Did you want something? No, it's you again. Want to save her, right? It's like I told you last time, pal. You need to bring me a sprint night, so, you up to it or not? Tell us what we need to do. You're going to his place, are you? Well, I guess you do look pretty strong. Very well, if you pull it off, I'll mix up some medicine specially. There's just one condition. I'll only do it for exchange for a Madara sprint night. A Madara sprint night? They're going to be obtained from the body of a certain monster. So you want us to defeat the monster and bring back the sprint night stone, right? Exactly. I see. Nice and simple. Can she be healed with medicine? I'd give her about 50-50 to be honest. Maybe already too late. So no phone a friend, no ask the audience, just 50-50? Great. Julianne. Her magical energy isn't that of a normal person. What do you mean? Magical energy flows through all living things in this world. Some are much more than others, of course. Magical energy has one fixed rule too. What rule's that? One person can only possess one type of magical energy. Just like blood types, everyone only has one, right? Except AB, because that's a combination of A and B? Never mind. Maybe that doesn't apply in this game. Right, yeah, you can use Sprint Night to really change your magical energy though. Anyway, for some reason I can definitely sense two types of energy from her. Is that possible? No, not normally, but something strange is happening inside her. Which is a type in itself. Yeah, exactly, Keely. Yeah, you're getting what I'm trying to say. Huh. I can't even imagine what would have caused it, though. I've been watching her as she's been getting worse by the day. Fisher might have even lost control of her own will by now. You've been watching her? Is that how you get your kicks? Well, I'm running a business here. Doing people favors won't help put dinner on the table, right? I don't like that. Anyway, we need to hurry, don't we? Please, I beg of you, please help Julianne. Once you do, you'll be our guide. Of course, I shall give it my absolute utmost. Don't worry, you can count on us. Thank you, thank you. So all we need to do is go back to the flow of our water to defeat this monster. There we go. Ah, there you go, you're pink now. You need to defeat a monster called Scarly. How long it takes you to find the sprint night will depend on your luck. Well, don't give up. Now you know a girl. Okay, Lee. I mean, I already knew that, but... So we need to exit the village. Never letting you live that down. Gee, thanks, Keely. Appreciate that. So we need to defeat a certain monster, and luckily it's pretty easy to find. I will take a safety save, just in case this monster decides to be tough. Alright, let's do this. So this monster called the Scarly has the sprint night, right? He said it'd be down to luck. Which means they don't necessarily have one. Let's do our best. Linus is counting us too. Where is this? Find before the exit to the northeast. Do you fancy baby my 25kg bulldog for me? I don't think that'd be possible, Kitty. I mean, I would love to help you. Don't get me wrong, I'd like to help you, but I don't think it's probably not the best idea. I'll express ship him to me. Oh god. Can you imagine? Actually, like, express shipping a dog to somebody? Don't actually do that, by the way, folks. You'd probably not the best idea. Okay, so we got 2 broken pocket watches. I'm actually gonna go back and get that Oblivion spell that I can get now. The problem is, Keely, I would also get attached. I would get attached to your dog, and then I'd want your dog, and that's obviously not good. Cause I get attached to animals very quickly, so. I tell Marshall I'm putting on train to Nelly, so he's being a little shit all the time. Ah, I see. Cause I do like my animals, so I would get attached to Monty. I don't like it. Oh dear. Oh. Well. I thought I could get it now, but apparently I can't get it now. Fine. Well, at least we have the 2 broken pocket watches, which is what I needed anyway, so. I thought I'd be able to just go back and get Oblivion now, but looks like I can't. Because of course I can't. I don't like it. Oh dear. Oh. Well, tier 2. Best attack of all allies, that's pretty good. Line comments be used even when only one of the characters is full ATB. No. That's not really that good. Okay. So where is this? It says before the exits to the northeast, so it must be. Monitor refuses to jump into the pass, so I have to pick him up. However, he can jump out after no issues. Oh gee, yeah, one of those. Yep. that sounds that sounds about right. Keely for a dog. So we need. And more broken pocket watches, just in case I need more. Oh, here we go. He goes dead weight as well. 4 stone of pure muscle isn't fun to lift. No, I can imagine that. I can imagine that. Sounds like he's spoiled rotten, Killy, to be honest. Sounds like he's just spoiled rotten. No worries, Kaylee. Oh dear. Anyway, Marshall, forgot to say hi to you. Hopefully you're okay with it. Hopefully you're doing okay and had a good weekend. Oh yeah, I didn't buy tents. Should have bought tents. Let's buy a few tents. So we need to buy tents. Good. Oh my, incredible! You found one, thank you. No, she will still see Julianne. Wow. Oh. Will you give us some medicine for Julianne, please? Oh, yes, right. Sorry, I got a bit carried away there. Here it is, as promised. Well, we got it. It seems very shady. It's very hard to make, which is why it's so valuable, you see. Come on, quickly, we need to go give Julianne the medicine. There we go. So now I should have enough for... Where is it? Oblivion. Causing physical damage that ignores 50% of defense to all enemies. That sounds really good. That sounds really good. I don't think there's attack. Increases the power of non-elemental attacks. Probably not worth it because there's a lot of element stuff. Avenger sounds pretty good. So we do need to equip that. There we go. So I guess we just go in here and give it to her? Who goes there? Ah, travelers, it is you. What is the matter? Still sus of you, Cornelius. I see. So if she takes this medicine, there's a chance she will recover. Yes, come Cornelius, we have no time to waste. But... she's a goner otherwise. What insolence! Inexcusable! It's true. We must have all noticed something strange about her. You're planning just standing by as the real Julianne gradually disappeared. Please, change her back to the Julianne that everyone loves. Very well. Will you give him the medicine? Wow, that worked relatively well. Oh, my head. Julianne. Lilas. Your Highness. Cornelius. Where am I? No, I know you. I've seen all of you before. Do you remember what you did to me? I am sorry. I do not. What is it that I did? You, you... Why do I have to read this line? You stroked my head. Yeah, give it a nice little stroke. Why? I am 5 years old. No, James, that's a little kid. No. I see. Just bypass that line, it's fine. So you don't remember much of anything that happened recently at all then? Please let a free offer you my sincere and humble apologies for any inconvenience I've caused. Oh, don't worry about us. You get good and rest up then. Show everyone you're back to your old self. I'm grateful for your kindness. Julianne, please take care of yourself. You're irreplaceable to all the people here. You're like a beacon of hope to them. Thank you. I shall engrave your words upon my heart. Didn't you have anything to add in there? Of course. Oh, Julian's life to you. I shall do everything in my power to assist you. I'm sorry that I did not recall this after everything you've done for me. But tell me, where do you next intend to travel? Well... It's not the last lands, perchance. Huh? How did you know? I see. I thought you knew ordinary travellers. For you to be journeying such capable companions, your destination could only be the last lands. Anyway, I should take responsibility for seeing them across safely. Yes, Julian. Come, I shall be your guide. Finally, time to get going. Please take care, Julian. Well, we did it. Wait. Julian, what are you doing? You need rest. No, I'm fine. I wish for you to take me with you on your journey. You only just recovered, didn't you? You sure you're up to it? If I should become a hindrance to you, you're free to cast me off at any time. Why don't you go to the last lands and see the truth with my own eyes? See the truth? What truth? Wish to know truly the reason why my kingdom fell. The pilgrimage's final destination is the site of the old kingdom. I cannot believe it's a mere coincidence. They said that ordinary people can't even reach the last land, so I must go there for myself. The only thing I do already know for certain is great power dwells there. The royal blood that flows through my veins tells me that it is so. Well, it shames me to say it. I do not know if the source of that power is indeed what brought my kingdom's ruin. I can't send my men into mortal battle without being absolutely certain of this fact. The lives of my fellow countrymen hang in the balance. Julianne. So to summarize, your goal's different, but the destination is the same and you want to come with us. Well, why not? I might get a different charger anywhere she comes along or not, right? What do you think, Ed there? Do what you want. Thank you. I'm in your debt. In return, my strength is yours as you see fit. I have rights for our allegiance to you. You know, I don't think you have to take everything quite so seriously. He's right, Julianne. Talk about formal. It's important to take it easy sometimes too, you know? You're a fine one to talk, old man. Lilas, I apologize for having caused you concern. As you have heard, I do accompany them on their journey. I shall return to the truth, that is a promise. Then together we shall all strive towards the true restoration of our kingdom. Very well. These people are worthy of your trust, you must visit in them. Thank you, you're truly a good friend. Haha, friend. Yes, right. He's been friend zoned. Sorry, Lilas. As far as that's enough for me. Please look after Julian. With her as your guide, I know I need not worry for your safety. Yay! New party member. And oh wow, she's level 17. She low. So now we have Astral Bloom. And yeah, this tech is apparently really good. So we're gonna use it. So what else does she have? She has jump. So she is literally Kian and a combination of Kian and, or well, Freya and Beatrix. Literally a combination of those two characters. Oh wait. Chase causes special damage to enemies that are target critical hits, so cause increased damage. Sure. Ice? Huh. Ice? You mean ice? You mean penguins and Eskimos and ice? Sorry. I had to. I literally had to. There is no other option for me to do that. To not do that. Maybe. So she can cast ice, I guess. Did I get Cure 2? I think I did. Yeah, I did. So we've regular Cure and Cure 2, just in case I need. I need that. So now we can basically do every single element kill. Thanks to this. It's really good. So now we can go across the ice. Let's try this out. That's it's pretty good. It's pretty good to do that. Also, I forgot to check if I can get weapons for Julian at this point. I don't think I can, but I can check. I forgot to check that. So it seems to cost 60 MP for Eterna and 30 MP for Julian. So slightly more MP cost for Eterna. Still pretty good though, but it doesn't hit all enemies. The guide said it does. It definitely didn't hit all enemies, so not as good as Blue Beat, but still pretty good. Oh, okay. Not as good as Blue Beat, but still pretty good. Blue Beat hits everybody. And it does do a bunch of damage, so... Yeah, so that does allow you to just get a bunch of like the drops. Yeah, that's insane how much damage that does. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. But look how much stuff you get for doing that. How much stuff you get for doing all of that. Kind of crazy actually what you can do with that. What luck you have? Why do you say that? We are calm and the ice is still. The temperature is also ideal. We should be across the surface of the ice without worry. Perhaps it's thanks to you, Julian. Think she's got special powers? I mean, probably. I think Emma is so literally, of course she doesn't. Right, Julian? If I did, I'd be more astonished than anyone. I do like the funny options. Just picking the funny options is always good. Yeah, just do that. Jesus Christ. How many items you get for doing that? It's so good. It's so good. It's kind of broken actually. Man, that's so good to do. Oh, so her spear is water element. Nice. We're just MP again for prayer, which is good. So that seems very broken. Da, da, da. Hey, Dark Light, how's it going, dude? Hope they're doing well. I have a very broken tech right now called Astral Bloom, and it is absolutely wrecking house. I also booked my booster. Oh, sorry to hear that you're not feeling good though. Take some time for you and rest up, man. It's still good, yeah. As I said, I've now got Astral Bloom, which makes things very, very insane. You get a lot of drops from all the enemies because it hits everything, hits every element. It's pretty fun. South. Wait, what? Back up west, fight an enemy mob, then south around another path. Alright, okay. So we need to go this way? I think I'm not going the right way here. I feel I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, I went backwards. Whoops. It's fine. Just getting lost is normal. Not much has changed, just me getting lost. Oh. I feel that. I know, right? But yeah, no, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Can't realistically complain. Wednesday stream's going to be a bit up in the air because I'm getting my booster tomorrow, so I'm not going to take any risks. See how I feel with it. You know, but we'll get there. We will get there. That means she take the night off of being my streamer. Yeah, that could be. As I said, I'm not going to take any major risks. With it, I'm just going to be like, hey, this is me taking a rest if I need to. is, like, with my second job, I did, like, the only thing that has ever really felt with me in terms of getting the vaccinations have been a sore arm, and that's it. I think the first job I was tired after it, but I think that was probably good to get rest after it. So, you know, I did. The second job was just sore arm. So we'll see how we feel with it. Yeah. But it is very important to take care of yourself. And this is me talking to you now, Dark Knight, because obviously you did just say that you're not feeling the best, so you take care of you. Ow! Ah, so you've, well, hopefully it's not positive, but yeah. I think the only time I've ever really felt I had it was that time I had a bad cold, but that was about it. But you do have to be very wary with it. Very careful with it. And, as I said, if you're not feeling the best, you know, you feel, if you aren't feeling too good and you're feeling like, oh, I want to stream, don't push yourself as well. That's another important thing. Very important. Oh, of course. You know what? Bye. No, hold on. So this way, hopefully. So I get less items for doing that, for killing them that way, but I feel it's probably better if I just kill them. West here, another group of enemies. I mean, it's not got a bunch of items for killing people with blue beat, so. Strange what sorts of. Oh, another enemy group. Turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. Nope, you're not going to turn around, are you? Yep, you did. Good. It's so good! It just hits all elements. It's such a good tech. Oops, I shouldn't have meant to do that. I actually didn't mean to do that. I keep forgetting to do the momentum thing. So the advantage of that is that you do get MP as people are attacking Setsuna, so she gets MP back anyway. Look at all those items I'm getting for this. That's insane. I think that's kind of broken, but who cares? I'm using it. I don't think anyone's gonna tell me off for using broken abilities. It's in the game, I might as well use it. Head south. I see it. Blood's packed. No worries, right. Oops. Okay, so I'm just... Another command for you. All enemies near target inflicts more damage when striking a weakness. All enemies near target. I don't have... That's so good. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, so rest and save. Sort. Save. Yes. It's also as if I know there's a boss coming up. Ow. Oh yeah, I don't have. Just regular cure should be fine. I probably should have just not used the momentum there for that one. That's not the best man MP quite a lot. The thing is that lowers his attack as well. If I can get it as a combo. So it's really good. Man, that's really good. We're so close to killing this thing. Prayer again. Oh wait, can't do it yet. No, I can do it. Oh yeah, I didn't have enough SP for thing. There we go. Now we have it. Welcome back, Kitty. I'm fighting whatever this is. I don't actually know what this is. It's a weird looking thing. Oh come on, I missed. Ow. Price really nearly dead. Ow. Well, it died. Yay, we did it. That's weird, there was no cutscene for that boss. There was no cutscene, there was no like text boxes. It's just like, hey, we're fighting a boss now. It was kinda like, oh, right. That's fine. I dealt with it. And save. I don't know why I was I was just like not expecting just hey boss. I was expecting a text box or something. Right, save again. There's a shiny spot to the correct bronze mirror directly to the west of the exit. So, yeah, this way. Oh, we got it. Oh, nice. We get a 5 XP. Sweet. In the west corner you'll find Winding Snow Prairie. Hi? On a journey, are you? Take my advice and don't get yourself with the Magic Consortium. They know everything because they've done everything. Everything? I'm sure your results are no good now. And don't tell anyone you ever saw me here. I mean, you're sus. Oh, Archmeal Ruins. Now we got a fog tomato. Save. We're going here. 2 dungeons in a row, I think. Wait. I recognize this. Teleporter? Hmm? Listen. Did you just hear a voice? What? Nothing. Must have imagined it. Be on your guard. These runes are not to be taken lightly. The power of the Spirit Knight here is so strong it can play tricks on one's mind. You must not allow the runes to consume you. Okay. Oh god. Oh, what the hell is this? Area 1. To the east, activate the pillar to open up the path to the east. Oh god. I can already tell this kind of what kind of dungeon this is. This is one of those dungeons that is automatically confusing. grab it and head down and see another path that we need to create. This kind of reminds me of the dungeon from SMT, actually. That block place dungeon in Shin Megami Tensei 3 that we did. Hit save and mess up the ramp to activate it. Okay. So cross here. Oops. Well, look back and cross. Head south and activate the pillar below you. Activate. Oh, there we go. That was weird. Don't go across the path. Yes, instead go east. I can't go east. Wait, I don't think I've went the right way here. I think I've gone the wrong way. Which usually means I went the wrong way. If I felt like I've gone the wrong way, then I have gone the wrong way. That's usually how it works. Nice. Got a new sword. So that is the right way I want to go. Equip it. Head back to the pillar to the east that opens the path right below and cross over for a fork in the road. What? Oh, right, this fork. Go right first. There's a shiny spot in the chest. Ancient Crimson Box. Okay. Sure. Counter-Strike. Dying Par. I don't know what that is, but it sounds good. Left at the fork. So we've unlocked that. Lock chest to the left. Can't open. Head down, head east up the ramp. Wow, miss. Oh, right. I still don't have remedy, do I? Nope. Although I have... Causes 4 hits to all enemies near target, can also inflict death. That sounds really fucking good. 4 MP for all though, that's a lot. So I might need to restock on panaceas here. Are we out? No, we're not. South to fork of the road. See that. Head west and exit pillar to the south. Ow. Go back to the fork and head south. Shiny spot below you. I should have used I should have used thing. I don't know. Should have used an item there. All these paralysis enemies. Go back to the fort for the shiny spot below you. Go west and south from our scene. Momentum lock. So momentum lock stops the bonus things. Nice, nice on dark light. Good to hear, man. I don't know, because I've never gotten this far in this game before. So I can't really tell you, unfortunately. I'd say I'm maybe over halfway through. Maybe? I don't know. It is hard to tell. Listen to... Listen to me, Nadir. What? Nadir! Nadir! Notice how close to Nadir and Nadir's names are. Oh shit. Well, we're somewhere. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll get there when we get there. Where are we? We're all inside the ruins, right? Where's all the guard? Where have the others gone? What the hell is that thing? Gee, it looks like. Come on, give a guy a break. Ain't that ugly looking? Gee, dear. It's hard for myself to do this, but this thing definitely seems like be a monster. So I ain't gonna be pulling any punches. Come on, let's go. What am I going to do? Hey, what? It disappeared. What was that thing? Anyway, standing around here ain't gonna do us any good. Let's head on. Let's head on where? I guess we just keep going forward and see what happens. This is... Please look after my sister, Nadir. Spellrunner is to be enjoyed by the strongest guard possible. I'm on the team after all. It'll be the last lands and no time at all. He's right, there's nothing need to worry. I know Nadir will protect me. Nadir, when you get back, I have something important to talk to you about. Something important? If it's about our wedding, I already asked the chief. No, it's not that. I think you'll probably be quite surprised. Well, that's something to look forward to. Alright, see you when I get back. What is this? Seems to be your past, Nadir. Not again. Damn it, you're burning up. This definitely ain't no case of the flu. I'm sorry to do this in the middle of our journey. The street might not even make it to the last lands. Let's turn back for now. No, we cannot. I want to fulfill my duty as a sacrifice. I'll be fine soon. Don't worry. Please. Just wait a little longer. No worries, Darklight. Take your time, dude. Nana say. This is my... Yes, Nadir, it's your past. The hell's going on? Nana say, hang in there. I'm sorry. I think this is the end for me. No, you can't give up. I promise to get you to the last lands no matter what. I know my own body better than anyone. Funerals is his dad? Why didn't you say something? No, in truth it's not my illness that ails me. It's my love for you. What? But in your heart there's only room for my sister, Mana. Why not? It's been so hard for me. So painful. If my love is to be unrequited, then at least a sacrifice. I want her to be able to watch over this world. I want her to protect it. I want to protect you. Hey, stop it! Nana say, open your eyes! Nana say! No! Character I've already known for 5 minutes. Is that it? Is that all you've got? This guilt, this pain, it won't go away. Come on, let's go, damn it. I ain't gonna pull no punches. Stop it. Please stop. You know it yourself, don't you? If anyone else you kill, that guilt ain't ever going away. I spent this whole time running away, blocking out the past and trying to lose myself in battle. All because something I can never change. A pathetic, miserable swordsman with nothing left to live except for his own guilt. You bring unhappiness to everyone around you. Why don't you just die? It's no use. I've lost everything. No, my enemy ain't gonna do me no good now. It's the end for me. And then you can make either girl happy. Now you've blindly agreed to serve as a guard once more. It's not another sacrifice die, do you? Yeah, no. Fighting's all I'm good for now. The only way I'll ever make up for the past is free battle. All I can do is fight. But what am I fighting against now? Who am I fighting against? Feel the garden sacrifice. You brought sorrow to the world. In the end, you couldn't even protect the people you love. Your life is worthless. You don't deserve to live. You. Are you? Finally figured out, eh? That's right. I'm you. I'm here to punish you for the mistakes you made in your past. What should I do? Forgive yourself. Forgive myself? All this time I've been blaming myself. Everything I've been doing is just to satisfy my own ego? So all this time I've been fighting against... Finally, I understand now. In the past it's having revenge against me. It's me who's clinging on to it and hurting myself by doing so. It's my own self-pity making me cling to the past. I need to forgive myself. Sorry. It's fine. I think it's time to let you go, to let the past go. Thanks. Thanks for being with me all this time. Finally. Finally you listen to me, Nadir. Mana? Is that you, Mana? Who's that little girl? It's strange. It's like I've met her somewhere before. She's your daughter. My daughter? Her name is Setsuna. Yes, I know. When you set off on your journey, I said I had something to talk about, didn't I? I had a new life inside me. A life created by the two of us. Thank you, Mana. Thank you, Setsuna. Yep, Nadir's Dadkun. She is this last world's hope. Finally, they opened their eyes. Thank goodness, you're both alright. Huh? You both passed out all of a sudden, don't you remember anything? Setsuna. What's wrong? Oh, No, I don't remember anything. Sorry for worrying all of you. Forget it. Did you think that was some sort of an attack? Why would it only affect India or Nadir though? No, that's no enemy. Let's see, just too damn thick-headed. That's some people really worried. What's that supposed to mean? Did you knock your head, old man? Can I talk to you for a minute, India? I saw a strange dream. I saw the same one. I see. So you know everything. Setsuna is my daughter. For now. I'm gonna keep this between us. Why would you do that? I think you must be thinking, but this is for the sake of this journey. Setsuna's better off not knowing about me. She found out she'd be real shook up and that would affect our journey. And anyway, I want to protect her, not as her father, but as a swordsman and as a guard. Hope you can understand. Now I think about it, I haven't fight you yet, have I? Thanks for saving me in there. Warp. Head north from the fort. Let Narlock chest. Good, level up. And lots of stuff. Elixir, nice. Go south to a freeway fork. Grab a shiny spot along the way. I see it. To the right is a transporter that's inactive currently. South is a pillar to activate, so do that. Go to the west, you'll find chest. Magic seal. So this will do. Ooh, CNS. I think the blue is what I'm wearing. Yeah, blue is what you're wearing. Yeah, so... Okay, good. Exit save to a new screen. From the entrance, go west and south. Prayer.
みんなの幸せのために。
ありがとう。やるぞ。
Oh, you can't.
天のカモン。
助かる。やるぞ。
みんな大丈夫？
I couldn't because I had west and south. Passing a couple of paths to find a much needed save point. Yes, well, I think I will heal up and save here. Probably a good idea. Head on the path to the left first. Then go south.
そこでは負けられない。
負けるわけにはいかないんでね。
このぐらいなら私でも平気だよ。
Oh, should I swap? Continue south? High pushing times 4.
任務遂行ぜ。これで戦況を変えてやる。 これぐらいでやられる俺じゃないぜ。
Okay. Back and go east at your first chance. Activate the pillar.
早く終わらせるぞ。やるぞ。これで戦況を変えてやる。
天のカモン。
ありがとう。やるぞ。
Okay, got that.
このぐらいなら私でも平気だよ。
Activate the path to the north. Create a short back. Activate pillars to the right. Back to the save point. This dungeon is very confusing. This dungeon is very confusing. Four path to the right. Oh, come on. At the fork in the road, head north. For chest.
賛のお出ましだぜ。これがあうんの呼吸というやつだ。終わりだな。
Ribbon Chakram. It's really good because nullifies all status elements. So it's a ribbon as a weapon. That's the first game in the Square Enix that's ever had like a ribbon as a weapon. Okay, got that. Right, so rest and save. Let's get out of here. Oh, hi. Hi again, Ripper. I should take you. I should take you back to Persona. This ain't no time for illusion. So you're here. I'm surprised. However, this time you'll meet your deaths. This ain't good. This magic layer has increased tenfold since last time. I have finally grown accustomed to this body. I can release my true power. Uh-oh, if we get hit with that magic then... Why? Why do you not run? You have no hope of victory. Do you not value your lives? You are humans after all. Well, you're a little different from the other humans you've met. This journey is our last hope. I don't let you get in our way. Exclamation point. Okay, I turned out. I don't know what you did, but that's badass. No. Haha, you missed. Let's heal.
で終わるわけがあらよっとよしうまいここで終わるわけがよしこれがあうんの呼吸というやつだ
みんなの幸せのために。
助かるやるぞ行くぜ行かねえぜこれがあうんの呼吸というやつだ
I'm bad at this.
よし
天の
すまねえここで終わるわけがありがとう行くぜ
いけるよ。
よし行かねえぜ
みんなの幸せのために。
ありがとうこれがあうんの呼吸というやつだ
天のカ
助かるやるぞあ一気に型を
There we go. Defense attack down, good.
いけるよ。
やるぞ
祈りの力よ、ここに。
さすが行くぜ一気に型を
Prayer for setsuna.
みんなの幸せのために。
やるぞああ負けるわけにはいかないんでねよし
みんなの幸せのために。
ありがたい行くぜ一気に型を
Keep missing. Keep missing with the. Ow.
いけるよ。天のカ
助かるやるぞ行くぜ負けるわけにはいかないんでね
Ow. Okay, I need to heal first.
これが私のとっておき。
さすがねやるぞ行くぜふっせよし
これぐらいなら。みんなの幸せのために。
Can I get the ATB boost?
あよしここで終わるわけが
みんなの幸せのために。
助かる
Yeah, he keeps healing himself, so don't bother with the. Just kill him.
やるぞ
天のカ
助かる
There we go.
私が倒れるわけにはいかない。
Yeah, sure. Why not? Well, that was fun. We did it. Terra, hang in there. Who on earth is this girl? How is she able to demonstrate magic energy and power of his? Terra, thank goodness. Don't be so dramatic, I'm fine. Come on, let's hurry up and get out of here. Yeah, I don't want to hang around here any longer than I gotta. Yeah, that's a mood. That's a mood. So I guess right? Yeah, let's see if it. Yeah, I need. Definitely need more things. Okay. Oh shit. How's that place? Oh, that's the bar and plains, okay. Oh hey, there's a purple barrier again. Gatherington. That's the name of a town. Well, whatever. Come here for the blizzard, have you? Phew. It's even colder here, but I didn't think it was going to be this bad. Julianne! Young lady, are you... There's no cause for alarm. I'm merely somewhat fatigued. You two from this time? We're on a journey. A journey? Where on earth to? We're heading for the Last Lands. How far are they from there? Last Lands, eh? They're on the other side of the Virgin Heights. You're best off forgetting that idea if you value your life. That mountain can no longer be crossed. What do you mean? You're just enjoying your journey, no doubt. The distortion is porous. We call them black holes around these parts. They're especially bad in the mountains near here, you see. So no other route? I did once know of a cave that led through the mountain. It's gone now, isn't it? And I said I once knew of it. For some reason I can no longer remember it. So you forgot where it was? I do not know. Shouldn't think you're gonna believe this. The memory should be there, isn't. A memory that should be there, isn't? Cave that led through the mountain definitely did exist. Not much is certain. How can you know that for certain if you can't remember? Many folks have this time say the exact same thing as me. Folks who've lived here for a very long time. You think that nothing more than a coincidence? Well, that's up to you. Well, I'm somewhere near here. Why don't you try looking for it? So it definitely existed, so maybe we'll find it. You should have known this thing. No, should be no need of prying. Ag! Phew, just get rid of that, old lady. Some things are best left unchanged. Not that you're capable of changing them anyway. That's the mood. Come on, let's get a move on. No one knows where this path is. Our only option is to try and find our way across ourselves. No time for this blizzard to stop or for the distortions to disappear. Our journey must go on. Exactly, it turns right. Let's find our way across the frigid heights for ourselves. I don't like it. I don't like this. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. I got all the chests, we can do a bit of selling. All the money! All the money. We got a lot of money just there. That, wow. Well, we've got all new weapons. Good. Revives all allies near target, recovers HP even if the ally is not knocked out. That's pretty good. Lightning 2. Okay. Still no haste. All creation. So Eterna is Yuffie. There we go. Finally have a role for Eterna. Is Yuffie. Yuffie is a tsundere. Which I guess is okay? Meltdown, okay. Berserk? Huh. Chakra? Oh hey, I know that. Okay, all of this sounds really good. During combat, there's a low chance the bearer will trigger it, boosting strength and intelligence. Boosting rate of ATB and SP gauge fills up. That's pretty good. Low chance bearer. All attacks will affect damage from all elements, stopping counters from being reset. What does that mean? Like the ATB counter? That doesn't make sense. Hey, Mystery Synergy. Hello. Okay, so we have... Might be able to get some new talents here, because I do need... I could buy a bunch of these, actually. Whether I want them now? That's the only question. I mean, the ACS ones are pretty good. There's a lot of them. Ah, that should do for now. I don't want to buy them all just in case I run out of money. So don't. But we've got a bunch. Because I want something for you. Have I ever heard of the Trial series? I have heard of them, and I would like to play them. They're on the list. Unfortunately, my list of games I want to play is longer than a piece of string. Unfortunately. So, you know, we will get to them at some point. When that will be, I can't tell you that, but it'll be at some point we'll play them. For sure. Because I definitely do want to play them. It's definitely on the list. Right, so what do we do now? Oh, I did want that one. Exit north out of the village from the west side. 2023 would be a nice start to play them since 3 are going to be released that year. Oh, 'cause I hadn't heard about any new ones coming out. I think I did read up on it, but I didn't know when they were coming out. I mean, I'll have to figure out a way to play. I think Trails in the Sky, the first one, is for I can get that for PSP, and the other ones are for the other consoles, so I can play them. Just getting them. Stretch break. Sorry. But yeah, I definitely want to play them. Trails in the Sky trilogy are all on PC. Okay, yeah. Not on console though, no. Sadly not yet. Okay, well, I'm not much of a PC gamer. I prefer consoles, so we'll see. I'll see if I can figure out a way to play, like, because I don't know how to like set up for streaming a game on a PC yet, but we'll see. Still learning. Before we enter shiny spot to the southwest of the barrier to the north. Here. To the west, center of path. Yep, see that? No. Honestly, I don't, Mystery. I don't. But it's basically I only can use it for streaming, and that's about it, and for internet. That's pretty much it. Last time I tried to use Steam on my current computer, Steam decided to just crash every single time, and I'm like, So Steam has not been good for me. Anytime I've tried to use it, so it's just like, well, that's fine. But as I said, like most of the time I usually play games on console. I very rarely play games on a PC. I've only done it like a few times. Oh yeah, I have heard of a Stream Deck. Problem is, they are very expensive, or kind of expensive right now. And considering it's coming up to Christmas, I'm just gonna have to save up if I want to get it, which I'm thinking about. Because I definitely have read up about Stream Deck. It looks really good though. I'm not gonna lie, looks really cool. Alright, so go south from the entrance to run to a new enemy. Oh shit, that's a bear. Oh, good thing you can't move. Head south and then east. Shiny spot to pick up. Where? I don't see it. Shiny spot. There we go. That's all I wanted to do.
終わりだな。
Oh, that's really hard to see. That's actually really hard to see. I didn't even see that one. Oh, no, no, no.
一丁蹴散らしてやるが。これが阿吽の呼吸というやつだ。
Ah, Bluebeat, never change. Never change your ways of being really powerful. Northwest, I see it. Magic look dagger. Well, it's stronger. I love doing this. Just because it's just so powerful to do it.
終わりだな。
No, not Kyoto. Well, Kyoto is only double the MP of Cure 1. It affects everybody. So it's pretty good. Huh? Could this be it? Look, I think it is. Falcom's president said they might remake the Sky games, but for every years. Yeah, Falcom. Yeah, they're weird when it comes to remakes. This is the cave. It is, isn't it? You think the townspeople would really forget about somewhere so obvious? Question mark? Wait a minute. Maybe someday. It's only faint, but I can sense magical energy coming from here. So what does that mean? Most likely it means that a sealing spell has been cast here. I can sense it too. Does this mean someone's trying to keep this cave hidden? So this is it after all. I said it was, didn't I? People in that town didn't seem like they were lying though. And the memories of everyone who knew of this cave must have been erased. Except perhaps the one who cast the spell, or anyone else who knew it had been cast. What? Maybe someone here is hiding something. Who do you think sealed it off then? No one in town seems suspicious. No, there was one person. Well, that is true, Mystery. That is true. Like, translation is freaking hard. No, there was one person. The old woman. Like, translating again from Japanese to English is always takes a while. Ender's right, she definitely knew something. What? That old lady? She wasn't very friendly, but she didn't seem like a bad person or anything. She may not well be bad, inverted commas. There's more to her than meet the eye. I too could sense that. Was a very try to talk to her again. But as I said, maybe someday. Maybe someday. I'm the type of person that's always like, okay, you know, things will happen at some point. The games you want to come out will happen. Maybe. Still holding hope for Breath of Fire. Hope beyond all hope. Sad face. Maybe someday Capcom will recognize it. Someday. See if... I know, but I'm a very avid Breath of Fire fan, so I hold out hope at least a little bit, a tiny little bit. But you are correct. Monster Hunter hype and Resident Evil hype is way too strong. brilliant. And Devil May Cry. And Street Fighter. But maybe someday. We hope beyond all hope here. You never know. I think I would just lose my shit if that actually ever were to happen. I mean, considering, like, here's the thing, like, Monster Hunter Stories Wings of Ruin, that was a turn-based RPG from Capcom, and I was like, oh, snap! An actual turn-based RPG from Capcom, they do remember they exist. Getting physical copies of digital games increasing my backlog, nice! I'm very much the same. My backlog is always increasing. Oh man. And I'm the type of person that does prefer digital over physical. Or sorry, physical over digital, other way around. When possible. Obviously, you know, sometimes it's not possible to do it, but I do prefer physical over digital. Did I get nothing? Oh. Well, that is true. It can get expensive, especially nowadays when prices of games have went up. That is very true. That is something you do have to be considerate of. That a lot of games have gone up in price from £60 dollars to 70. Yeah, Atlas games especially because they do a lot of DLC shit. I mean, a lot of companies do that now too, though. It's not just Atlas, but yeah, I know precisely what you're saying. It's unfortunate, but it's the way it is. Try getting a physical copy of Radiant Historia for 3DS. Yeah, that's I think that's one of the rare ones. I know exactly what you're talking about, man. And east of the hill. There are a lot of rare games. Unfortunately. And then, like, I remember somebody saying, "Oh, just emulate." And I'm like, I'm weird with emulation. I'm not like against it, but it's just like I'm not 100% sure how it all works, so I don't want to risk it. I'm weird when it comes to emulation and things like that. Arg! Julianne! Are you... Emulation is necessary for some games, especially because companies don't care about proof. Yeah, no, that is true. That is very true. Very well, come inside. As I said, it's just, I don't know. I just prefer... I obviously, you know, when it's necessary, you have to emulate. But if it's possible to get it when you can, you know, get it. But obviously it's not possible all the time. Your Lily seems like she knew what she's talking about. You should trust her. Um... Imagine you get physical copies of this and Lost Spheres for 60. Good deal, I'd say. Yeah, this was years ago. Yeah, Lost Spheres pretty cheap right now. Still, but yeah, there are some games that are just decidedly rare and expensive because they're rare and expensive. You there, take that off your head and give it to me for a moment. This? It's magic. This is... Where am I? You suddenly collapsed and lost consciousness. This lady healed you. Is that so? Then I am in your debt, good woman. If I may impose, would you kindly tell me your name? I am Saiki, the healer. I heal you. By the way, I found a suspicious looking entrance inside the caves. You think it could be the path through Frigid Heights, do you? What? This cannot be. You find the entrance? Huh? Yeah, we did. Weren't we meant to? So you do know something after all. Siagi, who on earth are you? I'm from the north. I'm from County Antrim. And it is quite cold. They've been saying that we might get snow. We might actually get snow for Christmas, which will be interesting. Is this yours, Siagi? Please do not touch it. It's the same as mine. This is a chakram that may only be carried of those chosen as sacrifices. You sacrificed too? I was, but then again I wasn't. What does that mean? Pilgrimage, it's also very long ago. Nah, there has been any snow. Yeah, probably not. Like, they are saying it's gonna snow, and I'm like, nah, it's not gonna happen. You never know, though. You never know. Did you reach the last land, Siagi? This is not somewhere that the sacrifice is supposed to pass through. We are travelled by various ships. Also, thank you for the follow, Mastery. We were to travel by various ships and arrive close to the last lands. However, shortly after leaving Nive, our ship met with bad weather and became shipwrecked here. Again, my alerts are always weird. I test them before starting stream, and then they always just glitch out anytime somebody does actually follow or raid or anything. Always weird. But I do appreciate the follow nonetheless, Mastery. We do have a wee event going on, or will be happening on Christmas Eve, where I'll be doing sort of a mini just chatting stream talking about everything that's going to be happening in January, because January is going to be a big month for me, because it's going to be my birthday, and we're going to be celebrating that, and we're celebrating my affiliate anniversary as well, so we'll be doing a whole bunch of stuff, and I'll be outlining everything that I'll be doing on Christmas Eve, because why not? Although Wednesday stream's up in the air because tomorrow I'm getting my booster, but hey ho. So why did you end up staying here? What happened? My guard were nearly all wiped out inside the Phrygian caves. Melos was trying to protect me, the sacrifice. The monster makes the Phrygian caves its home is of fearsome size and strength. Even my mighty guard did not stand a chance against it. I too received the grade of injury. I was on the verge of death. So if you're here, does that mean the pilgrimage didn't succeed? No, another became a sacrifice in my place. My twin sister. My sister, the younger twin, had accompanied me as part of my guard. However, after I was gravely wounded by the monster, she ended up taking my place as sacrifice. And so, in order to lure the monster away from her, I ended as be it, together with the last surviving member of my guard. It worked, and my sister reached the last lands. From that year on, the number of monsters declined, showing that she had indeed succeeded. and I was left here, alone. What about a member of your guard? Aren't they here in this town too? No, he is no longer in this world. In order to prevent the monster inside the mountain from causing him more harm, he sacrificed his own life in order to seal off the entrance to the key of leading through the mountain. As a result of the spell, the cave was hidden from view, and the townspeople had its location stricken from their memories. So how come we could see it? It's because we possess greater power than the one who cast the spell. How ironic it is indeed. My twister and his sister and I and my companions gave their lives to protect everyone. I, who was originally supposed to give my life as sacrifice, lived on. And here I am now, an old woman, ravaged by time. What an utter waste of a life. Do you not think? All life has meaning. Yeah, I think so too. As long as you stay alive, you might live to see someone carry on your will. I mean, you're helping us right now. You should be proud of yourself, old lady. Please, Siagi, I want you to place your faith in us, your hope. We will carry it with us to the last lands. If I unlock the seal for you, you will have no choice but to defeat the monster that lies within. Do you have the determination and strength that will require? Then I shall say no more. Is this boss really going to be hard? Memory pendant. What's this? This shall remove the seal. Thank you, Siagi. After sealing off the cave, he breathed his last breath. My guard. He gave me this. As he handed it to me, he turned to me with a gentle smile on his face. Sometimes even to this day I wonder what that smile was, what it meant. Perhaps people smile when they pass on something that's very precious to them. Yes, perhaps. I cannot remain here alone. Once you go to freezing heights, last lands will be right in front of you. Be careful. Are we coming close to the end game? Because if we are, that's going to be really good. Insight? Do I have that? I do not know. Can I get that? Oh, wrong way. Oops. Oh yeah, no, I don't have that. Okay, well that's an issue. Might need counter. I think I have that on. Yeah. Do I have it actually equipped? Yeah, because I probably need it. Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna need that. Sure. Well, I am woefully unprepared for this fight, but we'll see how we go. Well,
やるぜ。
力を貸して。
これが阿吽の呼吸というやつだ。
this is probably not gonna go well.
このぐらいなら私でも平気だよ。
Maybe. Oh shit. Hi, Reaper from Persona. Get back to your own game. What's this guy again? No. So this time even he hasn't managed to recover yet. You mean, can't he move? We want this journey to succeed, we need to finish him off here and now. Even if it might need spiting us. But he's... No, there ain't a single reason why we should sympathize with this guy. Wait. Damn it. What are you doing? Get out of the way! No, I won't get out of the way. I do not understand you. Me neither, Setsuna. Why protecting him? You do know he's trying to kill us all several times now. Yes, I haven't forgotten. Even then, I couldn't sense any aggression from him. What? What do you mean you couldn't sense any aggression? He keeps trying to kill you. Yes, I know. I don't understand it myself either, but I couldn't sense any animosity. Hey, Kimmy. Tell me. We're talking to the Reaper from Persona. It's fine. Just sort by and say hi. No worries, Kimmy. Hopefully you're doing well. What's it you're fighting for? What's it you're trying to find out? What's going into you, Setsuna? Let her do what she wants. You're doing okay? Good, good, good. Really? You sure? What about the rest of you? You sure you won't regret it? One thing I do know is if we don't kill him now, he'll show himself and gonna thank us for it later. What sort of being he has emotions like that? Any rest you show him's gonna come back to bite you in the face. I don't mind. I refuse to believe that ending someone's future is ever the best choice. If he doesn't die here, he may choose a different future. Death closes all those possibilities shut. If we're able to communicate, then whether it's a monster or whoever it is, I want to place my hope in them and their future. Yeah, I don't like this, but sure. I will kill you, last of all, after you've witnessed the deaths of your comrades, including that masked man. Just you try it. Yeah, Ender's right. You're to make sure that never happens. Exactly. You vile creature. You sure you're on the right side? Leave him. Let's go. Ah, I can't steal a safe. Ah, sad. I can't be Reaper from Persona 5.
これが阿吽の呼吸というやつだ。
As much as I want to be Reaper from Persona 5,
このくらいなら私でも平気だよ。
I can't be Reaper from Persona 5.
みんな力を貸して。
一気に肩を押す。
このくらいなら私でも平気だよ。
早く終わらせていくぜ。負けるわけにはいかないんでね。これぐらいでやられる俺じゃないぜ。
Well, this is it. No, it should. Open! Bam, 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 bam. Brr, it's freezing in here. Let's get through here. The last lands will be right before our eyes. The last lands. This is we only have one option. Wow, that missed out a lot. Ow.
できる。我らの連携を解くとみよ。これぐらいなら。
Ow.
いけるよ。みんなの幸せのために。はい、行くぞ。できるよ。これ好きで。
Prayer.
みんなの幸せのために。これで戦えるわ。力を合わせて決めるわ。
Just all the
で
kills.
きる。行くぞ。イエス。
Really? Miss.
いけるよ。みんなの幸せのために。申し訳ない。
Ow.
はい。イエス。うん。いけるよ。できるわ。これが私のとっておき。これが戦える。
I mean, didn't really need to do that for critical, but sure.
行くぞ。いけるよ。天のカバー。これで戦えるわ。苦戦するようではまだまだね。
Nice level up as well. As we get a whole bunch of stuff. So. Right, shiny spot. The peppermint. Uh, really? Ow.
やるぞ行くぜ
これぐらいなら天のカ
ありがとうよ負けるわけにはいかないんでね
Ah, Blue Beat. Never changed. Never changed, Blue Beat. I just realized, like, Setsuna's hit points is very low in comparison. Where am I going? Yeah, just do that. just do that. It's a lot easier. Battlefield memories. Ooh, that's good. Yes, that's Julianne. She's basically Freya and Beatrix combined. So now we have, I finally realized the basically the Final Fantasy slash other games references with the characters. Nadir is Auron, Setsuna is Yuna slash Colette from Tales of, Julianne is Freya slash Beatrix, Kira is Vivi, and Eterna is Yuffie. Because she has a move that I can learn called All Creation, which is Yuffie's limit break. So that's basically now the only character that doesn't have a Final Fantasy reference is the main character, and he's basically Chrono from Chrono Trigger. So because he has Cyclone, that's all I'm basing that off of. Ah, Blue Beat. Never change. Just never change, ever. Just always be good. And distortion barrier. So need to use prayer on the deer. Right, so apparently this fight coming up is really hard, so we'll see how we go. That's a big boy. That is a big boy. Here we go. Hey, look at that coming out of his body. Isn't that spatial distortion? I see. So there's distortion in space as we see them around the mainland. Think this thing is what's causing them? Yikes. If it is, it means this guy is definitely some. This is some small fry, isn't it? It's kind of big, isn't it? I think kinda is the word. But why though? It's changed. It definitely has. Changed? You've seen it before? Well, yeah, a long time ago. Come on, that's enough chit chat. We need to finish this thing off before it finishes off stuff. Be careful, everyone.
てめえは俺が守る。行くぞ。聞かねえぜ。聞かねえぜ。
みんなの幸せのために。
やるぞ。聞かねえぜ。
Okay, so he does a lot of damage.
甘い。上がってこい。
いけるよ。みんなの幸せのために。
すまねえ。力を貸すとしよう。
Yeah, he does a lot of damage.
聞かねえぜ。よし。あ。聞かねえぜ。
これが私のとっておき。
助かった。力を貸すとしよ
Oh, really? Okay, so,
う。やるぞ。
I'm gonna reset that.
力を貸すとしよう。すまね
Yeah, he's just gonna keep doing that. Yeah, I'm gonna reset this.
え。やるぞ。甘い。甘い。ここで終わるわけには。 行くぜ。よし。
これぐらいなら。
上がってこい。
Yeah, this is a tough fight.
ここで終わるわけには。 よし。聞かねえぜ。力を貸すとしよう。行くぜ。
Yeah, maybe I need to lower his defense or something?
ここで終わるわけにはすまね
Yeah, maybe.
え後悔させてやるぜ
天のカモン
ありがとうよし
Yeah, I need insight. I need insight. And I can't get
こ
that.
こで終わるわけにはいかない行くぜ
I need insight. And I can't get that right now. I can't get that right now.
かかってこい
It's insight is a spell. I don't know how to get the enemy drop thrower. So it's basically reliant on that. I need to look up where to get it.
行くぜ引かねえぜ
Yeah. I'm gonna take a reset on this. Well, the guy did say this is one of the hardest fights in the game. Okay, I'm actually gonna. Yeah, I know, right? This is one of the hardest fights, apparently. But I'm actually gonna try it again because what I didn't do last time was I think if I use Blue Beat, maybe it'll stun it. And maybe I can like then basically get my status effects up. So I'm gonna try that. And if I can't get it this time, then I'll be like, okay, well, I'll try something else then. Where is it? Yeah, I think I need the White Lily Snowflower. I don't know where to get that. So I think that's what I have to do, is use Blue Beat.
戦う
いけるよ
レッスン
これくらいなら
Wow, just instant death on Setsuna.
やるぞ これで戦況を変えてやる こで終わるわけに行くぜまだ終わるわけにはもう怖いものは何もない聞かねえぜ
See, the other problem is I need to lower its attack, which means I have to. Yeah, I have to.
これが私のとっておき。
すまねえかかってこい
Yeah, I definitely need the insight here. Yeah, and by the time, yeah, I need the insight spell because by the time I use provoke to counter attack. I mean, yes. Although this is working, whatever it is working. Although I keep missing, which I don't like. Wherever's working is working. I don't know how much health it has. We might be here for a bit, so how are you, Jimmy? Because I think, yeah, I think what's happening here is Counter is making every physical attack he does, which is all of them, miss. Which means that basically I counter attack with a single attack, so eventually I'll kill him. I eventually will kill him. It'll take a bit, but I'll kill him. And it seems that counter attack is permanent. So we're gonna be here for a bit. We're gonna be here for a bit. I mean, this is the alternate way of killing him, I guess, rather than relying on insight. Well, this is working. And I don't like that this is working, but it's working. Yeah, he's nearly dead. He's less than 1,000 health left. So, we're gonna be here for a bit. Well, while I'm here, let's all look at... I think by the time I look this up, it's gonna stop working? But so far, it's continually working, so... I'm, gonna keep doing it. Because he can only target India, and India is making everything miss. And counter seems permanent. So it's just gonna keep doing this. Oh my god, this is actually kind of broken. This is kind of broken. This is stupid. This should not be working. It's nearly dead. Oh my god, if I win this fight, I'm gonna laugh the head off. Via doing this. Oh come on, don't miss in, dear. It is nearly dead. I think 2 more hits should do it? Yeah, 2 more hits should do it after this point. One more hit! Come on! Stupid physical attacking boss that I can make every attack miss with. GG! Fuck you! I don't care! It's a win. I don't care. Oh, that was stupid. Legendary monster? Ha! It was no match for us. Bullshit, Kier. Actually fucking bullshit. Be careful, it's not over yet. Roar. Arrgh! Oh shit. Gonna fucking kill him. Ha. 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 Oh, what's wrong, Julianne? Julianne, don't tell me you're still the last lands. The part that dwells there. I must see it with my own eyes. Are you okay? Let's continue on. Oh. Dee-da-lee-da-lee-da-lee. Look, the distortions in space have disappeared. So that huge monster was what's causing them after all. Let's hurry on. You sure you're right, Julianne? Yes, I'm fine. Why do you ask? Never mind, as long as you're alright. Listen, I know that was very cheap what I did, but I don't really care. I really don't care. I admit that was cheap. I really do. But as I said, I honestly don't care.
さんのお出ましだぜ。負けるわけにはいかないんでね。よし。はっ。
このぐらいなら私でも平気だよ。
Well, we did it. This means the distortionists in space are all gone now, right? So one damn monster is blocking people's paths all over the mainland. Lucky you got rid of it. Yes, indeed. Come on, let's get out of here. Shiny spot to the southeast.
ここでは負けられない。
負けるわけにはいかないんでね。
みんなの幸せのために。
ありがたい。
Ow.
やるぞ。
いいよ。
一気に型を押す。終わりだな。
Got that. Oh, I can actually use life here. Makes sense.
みんな力を貸して。
これで戦況を変えてやる。
このぐらいなら私でも平気だ
Yeah,
よ。
it's a squirrel with a snowball. It must die. It's very evil. It evil. Did I have stop? I think I probably did. But we have stop now. So avoid you. Yay, we're right. Let's do that. Save. Is the might. Just south of the exit. And southeast of that one. Southeast is that way. Next session is stretching out to the south. We're recommending make detour back to the west through New Empire to Garrington. Okay, well I can do that. So now we can actually like, go basically a lot of other places. Because I might need to sell some stuff here. To see if we can get insight. Did I get stop? I probably didn't. Yeah, wherever White Snow Lily Flower is, I haven't got it, so I don't know where to get that or who to obtain that from. But hey, I beat the boss with the cheap way. No one's going to complain about that, right? I wouldn't complain about it. A win's a win. Wow, and get ice too, sure. Let's get that. What else can you... Oh, you can just learn regular ice. I might as well have that. I still... Yeah, I still can't believe that worked. That should not have worked, what I just did to that boss. But it did. So... Listen. I'm not going to complain. This is... Yeah, this is where I'm meant to go. But, we'll save that for next time. Shall we? Feels a good stopping point. Oh, right. So, I did mention before previously, but, Wednesday stream is slightly up in the air. It might not happen because, tomorrow I'm getting my booster. So, we'll see how I'm feeling for Wednesday, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to push myself too hard on that front. But let me find somebody to raid in the meantime. I think I know who I'm going to raid. Yeah, we're going to raid Polymune because she's playing one of my favorite RPGs, which is Octopath Traveler. So we're gonna raid her. So you know, anytime somebody plays Octopath and it's their first playthrough, I want to support that. So yeah, as I said, I'll be back on potentially on Wednesday. If not, keep an eye out on Twitter, just to see if I am going live or not. See how I'm feeling. But Friday's stream, Christmas Eve stream is 100% happening, regardless of how I feel. I should be okay after 2 days. After the jab, so yeah, should be fine unless I take a major unwell spell after it. We'll see, but not going to take any risks, obviously. But yeah, thanks for hopping out, folks, and I will see you folks soon.